Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm CraigTheWriter Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts, in my voice, on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Now, So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow. So go ahead and hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe button. And turn on that little bell so that you get a notification every single time that I go live or I upload something new. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm CraigTheWriter Stewart, and this is the YouTube. It's not live, but this is the YouTube version of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. If you follow my Patreon, then you know that I have had 3 birds' nests planted or nesting. See what I did there? Around the house. One on the front, and it's above my front door. It's in the, I think they call that the eave. And then there are 2 on the backside, and they're nested in the windowsill of both of the bathrooms on that side. And so on my Patreon, I had been talking about it, and I had showed like the bird's nest out front. And someone, one of my subscribers, Kevin, sent me the spiritual meaning of a bird's nest at your front door. And I found it so interesting. And I said, oh, wow. So I was reading it and I said, this may be interesting for you guys too, because some of you may have bird's nests planted around your house. And so I'm going to read this to you. All right, ready? Here it goes. Spiritual meaning of a bird nest at your front door. If you find a bird's nest at your front door, which I have, you might be wondering if there's a spiritual meaning to this. As with most things in nature, there are spiritual signs associated with finding a bird's nest at your front door. To begin, birds are considered sacred creatures, so their presence always has a spiritual meaning. If a bird has decided to build its nest at your door or around your home, I have 3 total, it means that the bird feels comfortable in your surroundings. It's a sign of trust and means that you have created a safe haven for both your family and the birds in your neighborhood. A bird's nest is also a sign of divine guidance. So you should expect some level of spiritual guidance and a greater sense of creativity. I am a creative. Entering your life. Additionally, a bird's nest signifies good luck, as it's a sign of hope and future happiness. Let's explore the primary spiritual meanings of having a bird's nest at your front door, and then we'll go into breaking down some of the symbolisms to understand them better. Spiritual messages from a bird's nest at your front door. Finding a bird's nest at your front door indicates that the spirit world is trying to send you a message. What you trying to tell me, Lord? Lord, what you trying to tell me? I'm listening. There are 7 main messages that you can expect when you see a bird's nest at the entrance to your home. This is the entrance over here, niece. This is the entrance. You have a guardian angel who is looking after you. This indicates that you are never alone and that the universe is always watching over you. This is an important message if you're feeling alone or depressed. Prosperity is coming your way. So the first thing was you have a guardian angel who is looking after you. Second, prosperity is coming your way. This is an encouraging message, especially if the nest has more than 3 eggs in it. Now, I don't know how many eggs that one had in it because I couldn't see up there, but the one back here had 2 in it. One of them. It's a sign of abundance entering your life and should encourage you to continue to move forward. Baby birds in the nest are also a sign of financial abundance, so you should expect an improvement in your finances in the not too distant future. 3, you have the opportunity to change your life. If you witness the adult bird building or mending the nest, it could be a sign that an opportunity will present itself that will allow you to transform your life. This could relate to your finances, your relationships, or a new venture that you're thinking about. It could also relate to correcting some past mistakes that you may have made. The next one is the universe is offering you its protection. If the nest happens to be above your front door, which it is, it could be a sign to let you know that the universe is protecting you. The nest is casting a shadow over your front door as a veil of protection from evil spirits and ill health. We're in good health over here. Praise God. The next thing is a sign that you have a connection to the spiritual world. And you guys know I always say that I'm spiritual. My little chapstick fell out my pocket. So maybe that's the universe trying to tell me that my lips were a little dry. Amen. I always say that I'm spiritual, and I always say that there are reasons that things that happen here in the physical realm, parallel reasons in the spiritual realm. So you may be wondering why you're going through something here, but there's a divine purpose that's connected to whatever it is that you're going through, that circumstance. So at any rate, it says, it could also mean that you have psychic abilities. Now, I don't claim to have psychic abilities, but I do believe that we all have a gift of sensing and feeling things. And this is why I always say that God is always speaking. We're not always listening. I do think that you can summon people. I recently reached out to a friend of mine. I think I talked about this on my Patreon. I hadn't talked to her in about 10 or 12 years, probably closer to 12. And I reached out to her a couple weeks ago. We met for coffee. And to make a long story short, a friend of hers told her about a week or two, maybe 2 weeks or so before I reached out, that she had a dream about me. And she said, I think he's going to reach out. I think you can summon people. And I think my desire to reach out to her was as a result of the dream that her friend had. But at any rate, you know, sometimes you'll think about somebody that'll be really heavy on your mind, that'll be heavy on your heart, and then you'll run into them at a grocery store, or they'll text you out of the blue, or email you, or they'll call you. Something will happen. I think that you have the power to will them into your life, right? So anyway, the next thing it says, it could be a sign that you should stay home. If you spot the nest just as you're about to leave your home, it could be an indication that you should stay home instead on this occasion. Subconsciously, you may not want to leave home on this day, and viewing the nest has strengthened this premise. I don't remember when I noticed it. I just noticed it one day. I don't know if I was on my way out, but I noticed it. Yeah. And then the last thing that it says it could mean is you are comfortable where you are, which I am. If you notice a bird sleeping in the nest, it could mean that you are comfortable in your home and it offers you a sense of peace. What does a bird nest signify? A bird nest is a sign of new life, growth, stability, and comfort. Often bird nests are associated with good luck because they symbolize new life and hope for the future. Bird nests are also associated with the home because that is what they are for, young birds. Even though young birds don't spend a lot of time in the nest before they learn to fly, it's still a place of comfort and safety for them. Therefore, a bird's nest signifies the importance of creating a warm and safe environment for both you and your family. Finding a bird's nest near your home could be a sign that you have done a great job in establishing a comfortable home that encompasses love and trust. What if you see a bird nest outside the window? Now, I did, because outside of my 2 bathrooms, there's a nest like this on the ledge, on the window ledge. One of them had 2 eggs in it and the other one was empty. Spotting a bird nest outside your window can mean that you have... Ryan, I'm trying to read to the people about what it means to have a bird nest on my window, and you call and interrupted my video. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon?
Would you like to say that one more time?
I said, I'm trying to do a video about the spiritual meaning of a bird's nest. I have 3 of them around my house, and you will call and interrupted my video.
And what's the spiritual meaning?
It means that you've created a safe space for your home. And it means that prosperity, abundance, good health, all of those wonderful things. And it says that if there are actual eggs in the nest, that it can mean money is coming and prosperity and that kind of thing. And I had 2 eggs in one of the nests.
Really? And where did you get this from? Google?
I don't know where it came from. One of my followers sent it to me because I had talked about this on my Patreon a couple weeks ago. And he sent me like the spiritual meaning of birds, in a bird's nest being at your house. And so I was like, oh my God. So I started reading. I was like, this is fascinating.
Was this before or after the attempted break-in? I just like to.
This was after. And it says that if the bird nest is above your front door, that it's protection. So that's why that nigga didn't come in here. Because I had these bird's nests around here.
Anyway, call me back.
All right, I'm going to call you as soon as I'm finished. All right, bye. What if you see a bird nest outside the window, right? Spotting a bird nest outside your window can mean that you have spiritual foresight. Now, I do think I have a little bit of that. It's giving you a message to start focusing on the future and deciding what you want this to look like. Think about it. You're looking out the window. When I looked out the window, you're looking out the window and into the world beyond. This could easily represent you looking into the future and seeing and envisioning what lies ahead. Now Scott calling and invading my video. Hello?
Well, I can hang up.
Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to call you right back. Bye. And so then it says, think about it. You're looking out the window and into the world beyond. This could easily represent you looking into the future and envisioning what lies ahead. It's also an indication that you should start to prepare for the future as signified by the nest that represents new life. What if you see a nest with eggs in it? Obviously, if you've noticed the nest outside your window, outside your door or window, you may eventually find that the bird will lay eggs in the nest. Once you see those eggs, you could be getting another series of spiritual messages. Let's delve into these. First, it could be a sign of productivity. If you spot the mother bird sitting on the eggs, it's a sign of productivity as she is keeping the eggs warm until they hatch. The number of eggs in the nest is also significant. If there are more than 3 eggs, it could be a sign of abundance coming your way. On the other hand, if there are less than 3, remember I saw 2. If there are less than 3 eggs, it could be an indication that you need to be consistent in building up your prosperity, especially if you have a business. SayItInACard.com. Go ahead and order some greeting cards. Then the next thing says, watch out for danger. If the eggs are abandoned, there is no mother bird sitting on them. It could be a warning to you that there is danger lurking. For example, you may have put your trust in the wrong people, or you have somehow exposed yourself to negative energy. However, the mother bird may return to the nest, and hence the eggs will hatch. Once this happens, you may experience a nice transformation and things will improve. Other spiritual meanings of finding a bird nest at the entrance of your home, as is the case with many spiritual meanings and messages, they are open to interpretation by the individual, and these meanings may be different at different stages of your life. Here are a few more messages to consider. If you notice the bird sleeping peacefully in the nest, it could indicate that there is peace in your home. There's peace in here. Even if this is not the case right now, you're getting the message. Then it says, what does it mean when the birds build nests around your home? When birds build nests around your home, our homes, it's a sign of trust. The birds that built their nests realize that there are humans present, and this gives them a certain level of comfort that they'll be safe from predators. What does a bird represent spiritually? Spiritually, birds represent hope, enlightenment, elevation, wisdom. Final thoughts. Finding a bird's nest at your front door is considered a good sign. A bird nest symbolizes good luck, new life, and general prosperity. There are various spiritual meanings that can be attributed to a bird nest around your home. How you interpret these meanings will depend entirely on where you are in life currently and where you want to be. The sight of a bird nest at the entrance of your home could simply mean that you are comfortable with where you are and that you have a happy and peaceful place to call home. Now, I don't know what this means, but I'm having the house painted and the bird nest that was in the front is down here and the birds are dead. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and I'm inviting you to join my Patreon. Don't know what a Patreon is? It's my official video diary with only exclusive content that you won't see anyplace else. It's easy to join. Just visit patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Here's what you'll find on my Patreon. A day in my life, whether that's dinner with friends or a typical workday. Live Q&As with members of my Patreon about each episode of the T.S. Madison Experience and what I was really thinking. I'll even bring you on vacation with me. The video will make you think that you were right there. And last but not least, for all of my aspiring writers, I give you firsthand, one-on-one, personalized attention, answering all of your questions about publishing and self-publishing. So what are you waiting for? Join now. Swipe up or visit www.patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. I'll see you soon. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Craig the Writer. Do it now.